It did work. It is the homemade broadcast. It is episode 580. My name is Will Kuntz. This is on a hummel.
Hello, good day.
You're bouncing around.
Yeah, I had like a fourth coffee today, and it was something I hadn't tried before. I think it may have been some sort of espresso mocha. For as much as I like coffee, I know relatively little about it.
Yeah.
And after I had it, I'm like, oh no.
This is
I'm sweating. My heart's going a million miles an hour. I'm starting to have crazy thoughts. Things I cannot say out loud, only to Will privately.
Before here, she said a lot. I will say she said a lot.
Yeah, a lot needed to be said. But can I tell you, I feel so much better right now.
That's good.
I just needed to get it out.
Sometimes it's all you need, just to vent a little bit. So I had a very eventful day today. I was called. I got a phone call at 1 p.m. from one Mr. John Senning from 1025 The Bone.
Right.
And I spoke with him for a little while. I guess there was some, and I actually just listened to it. My old compadre at night was featured, I guess, hanging out for a little bit on JP. I guess JP is out on vacation. And somehow our breakup got brought up. And him and Ian and Dizzy kind of talked about it. I find a lot of that rationale and what was said to be either incorrect or, well, that's your opinion, I guess, is what all I can really say about it. You know, this is so long ago that, you know, it's just whatever. But it was nice to talk to John and Gareth to some degree.
I feel like you guys, I listened because you told me, you said, hey, I'm about to be on the air. And I said, tuning in.
Yeah.
And I was able to listen because I have a fake job. I pretend to work at I was telling Will, sometimes I don't pretend to work. It's very obvious I'm not working.
I said, we do just look busy. No, oftentimes not. Yeah, which I love that. That's great. That's the best kind of job to have.
And it seemed like Dizzy was pretty affable and amicable towards you.
Yeah.
But if I may, and this is me saying this, not Will. So these are, again, my words, not Will's words. But it just seems like, and I say this with, I wouldn't say love, but like care. I don't know. Like Dizzy just is, you know, like a chameleon. You throw a chameleon on a red wall, it's going to turn red. You throw a chameleon on a green wall, it turns green. Whoa.
I don't like that.
I'd like it. You see less in my face. But it just seems like if in front of you, if we're talking good about Will and Dizzy's there, he's going to talk good about you. And then if there's a situation where maybe people aren't talking good about you and he gets thrown in that room, he's happy to pile on as well.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way.
He seems more, I'll just call him a chameleon. What the hell is going on?
I'm trying to, okay, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's doing that. That's so dumb.
Yeah, that is strange.
I'll just
That's
do
fine.
this.
We'll just be little.
Yes, I've noticed that too. And I noticed when they were talking about it on JP as well. He had a little bit of different tone. You know, him, I feel like he did do me dirty a little bit, but
who
also,
are we talking about?
Dizzy.
Okay.
But I also think he doesn't have the EQ to understand why.
Do you think he know what EQ is?
That's, probably. It's just not his thing. Yeah, he doesn't. So whatever. And I'm totally fine with him too. He doesn't get it. He did mention that, you know, he talked to me and heard my side of the story. Never spoken to him about my side of the story. So, nor anybody else there, which is crazy how that one side of the story, not mine, really just kind of pervade the whole, blanketed the whole region there. And that kind of just became what it was. When nobody's like, I didn't talk to Mike Olivero or anybody really there at all. So I don't want to, you know, get too much into it, but
I honestly would have had so much more respect for Dizzy if he's like, Will, you're a A and a B and maybe even a C.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just kind of stuck to his guns and say, listen, yeah, I said that about you. I say it again because it's true, Will Kuntz. I would have a lot more respect for that than him kind of like playing footsie with you a little bit, which is nice. Like it feels good, but it's way easier to do that because you're like, oh, I don't want to talk to smack about someone to their face.
Yeah.
Behind their back, there's no issues. You know, stay with your chest. I think that's Kevin Hart's phrase. But yeah, like if you think a certain thing, stick to it.
Yeah.
Stick to it.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, the one of the things that was brought up was that it was an ultimatum was given, and that wasn't, that's it. You know, once you do that, well, okay. I mean, sure, but how long am I supposed to wait before I get an answer? I brought it up many weeks before, and it was never discussed again. It was never brought back up. And, you know, the straw that broke the camel's back for me was when we came back from a break and we had a guest in, and he went, "What do we got, Will? What are we doing?" "I don't know. I don't have anything prepared. So this is a bad look, and it looks really bad when we do this. And you have to give me a second. I got to find something." And I found a story, and we talked about it, and then punched out, and it was over. This is just before Thanksgiving. And I said, "Hey, by the way, I need an answer for what we talked about before we come back from Thanksgiving." And he said, "Okay." And he did give me an answer when I finally said I gave him the ultimatum, and I had to give him it. But so how long am I supposed to wait when I ask?
That's a great segue into Hamas and Israel when we're talking about Gaza. Thank you for bringing that up. How long are you supposed to wait before S happens? Yeah. Sorry, Will, back to your problems.
No, I mean, that's it. I don't know. It's just so interesting, people's perspectives and how they change. Because Ian was talking, and I don't think I've spoken with Ian.
Ian.
I love Ian.
I really do.
I love everybody there. Good for man. The most part. Yeah. But Ian's awesome. But it was interesting because, ironically,
it's all Ian's fault.
His statement. So Ian guested with us, Johnny and I, one night. He came in and hung out. And during a break, when Drew and John just became Drew and John
on the show name,
Seth had left, and SBK had his own show by that point, but there was other people. Micah, Drew had other people on his show. Okay. And it finally just became Drew and John like a few months ago at this point when Ian was in. And I was doing my producer work, getting the recording set up, and Ian and Johnny were talking
off air.
And Ian said, "It's crazy that John's name is not on that show right now." And Johnny said, and I quote, "I know, it's crazy. There's just two of them." And I sat there and I was gobsmacked. My eyes went wide. They weren't looking at me, but I was like a deer in headlights. Like, are you kidding? And that was kind of what spurned that was like, okay, this is reasonable for me to ask, and I need to just do it. Also, too, they were bringing up my feelings, how it was, and it was kind of just my feelings. It wasn't going to lead to more money, but being at night, I might have been looking for other things. And when you say that, your resume says that you're Will from the Johnny and Will show, that looks much better on a resume than saying that you're Will from the Johnny B show. Sure. So there was, that's was part of my rationale for doing this. I knew it wasn't going to be more money or, but it holds more weight.
Matter. I don't understand how this is like a foreign concept. People love a bump in like a status, a title, even if it doesn't, like you said, lead to more money. I mean, potentially it could if you seem like a more viable candidate for another job that you're looking for. So when they say like feelings, I mean, everything is based on perception and feelings.
Yeah.
Because why do you want more money? Because I want it. Why do you want this title? Because I want it. Because I have dreams and aspirations.
Yes.
So when they like reduce it to feelings, it's like, yeah, and Johnny had feelings too, and his feelings were no, no, that's not going to happen. Which fair enough. Paramount. Yeah,
and I had spoken to other people before, approaching our main boss about it, and I ran it by people because I knew it was a big ask, and they told me, in their opinion, that it was a reasonable ask from me. So I went ahead and proceeded with that. It was also it was a very toxic situation with just that whole thing. It's bad for Johnny too, I think, because he just, in my opinion, just relied on me for everything. And that kind of made him just coasting He was just coasting. So I think it was good. It was time for us to split apart. His decision, he said I didn't want to make that decision, but at the end of the day, it was his decision. And him making that decision kind of was also like I think I made the right move here for me.
Yeah.
So, it is unfortunate. I'm sad. I'm sad how it ended because we were really good friends.
I really enjoyed our little crew.
Yeah.
Once we got Ryan Adams out of the way, the three of us got along great.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
the three of it. Now, if I may, you know what's funny? You ever have like a coworker or someone just by virtue of the fact that you work with them or you see them every day for whatever reason, and they get fired or something happens where you're no longer going to work together, and you go in your head, you go, I'm never going to see this person again. Like unless we run into each other at the castle on a Saturday night, I'm never ever going to see this person again. That's crazy. That's a crazy thought. I saw Ryan Adams like every day for 4 years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he was gone. I may have written like a thanks for the good times, bud text.
Yeah.
I do have to give Ryan Adams credit. He really helped me through my breakup with my previous boyfriend.
Really?
Yeah. And not in the way you're looking at me that you expect.
Right.
Not in like the way to get over him to get under. None of that. It was more so like I was grieving so hard over that breakup, and he was sending pictures of his pee-pee to people, and it got out. It got out that he was a pervert, and he was sending his pee-pee to not just like random girls, which fine, I don't care, but like people who were like involved at the bone. He was sending pictures of his pee-pee to them, and so they told other people, as anyone would, as any level-headed woman would go, ew, look what this guy sent me. So then it got out that he was setting. Now, could you only imagine if you did that in 2025? Could you only imagine the wrath that you would that would be upon you if you did that in 2025? Anyways, it was so absolutely humiliating for him because at the time he was married, he had children, small children. He was a father. Ugh. And it was just outrageous that this was happening. And he had done, and then one girl did it, and another one was like, yeah, I had an incident. He sent me. And so all these girls are coming out of the woodwork saying that he did this disgusting thing. Meanwhile, I was like hardcore grieving, but I enjoyed coming to work because I got to hear about all this drama, and it distracted me from my own problems. And for that, I'm forever grateful.
Oh man, you got to start drinking coffee before these shows. I don't think that's ever been discussed.
Yeah. It was crazy.
So it was Me Too kind of before Me Too a little bit.
This was in 2018.
Okay.
I was really going through it.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting in the parking lot in front of Winn-Dixie, and I remember saying, thank God for Ryan Adams. He is pulling me through one of the darkest hours of my life.
I don't think I was there then because I don't really recall. Yeah, but I don't think I was there every day because I don't really recall a blowback that he received for the images that he sent.
But do you remember? But here's the thing. No, I think you were, because at that Punch Out, it was something that they would bring in that up somehow, some way, like Ryan the perv.
I don't remember that.
I don't. They called him into it.
They called him Crying Ryan. I remember because
why was that again?
Because there was some sort of event. And like the whole station kind of got invited, aside from the Johnny B show. And then Ryan kind of, I think, said something to Drew.
Oh,
and then it kind of became a whole thing.
Yeah, something like that. But it was really embarrassing for him. I know it was around the time of my breakup. 2018 is when the PP pics came out.
Yeah.
And I just, dude, I have just a core memory of just being like, I'm so grateful for this, because when the best way to like get through your own problems is to like focus on someone else's. You're like, yeah, I'm going through right now, but at least it's not that.
Yeah.
At least I'm not being publicly humiliated in front of the entire city.
But it's wild that this was with coworkers and there was no termination. I guess it's one of those things like, how do you prove it? I mean, if you're sending your hog, was it unsolicited? Or maybe was there some that's a wild move to just go straight into.
No, I think there was some sort of like rapport.
Flirtation.
You know what Ryan did to me? Did you know what Ryan did to me?
Let's hear it. Let's get it all out in the open.
So I came to Tampa at the ripe young age, at the tail end of my 20s. I actually did my first night with the Johnny B show on my 29th birthday, 2016. And I remember like meeting Ryan Adams, and afterwards, like, you know, whatever, had this like great show. It was when the Johnny B show was Saturday nights, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Could you imagine doing that?
That's crazy. Yeah.
But it actually worked out really well because I had no friends. I had no contacts. I had no boyfriend. I had no nothing. So it was like my Saturday night hang, you know? And on the first show that I was on, Jeremy Demure, what's his name? You know what I'm talking? The guitar guy. Jeremy would come in.
Yeah.
Things didn't end well with him either. He like made a pass and I was like, I shut it down, and then he got mad at me. And I'm like, okay. No, thank you. And so I remember like talking to Ryan Adams for like 2 hours after the show, probably like till 3 a.m, being like, I can't believe I'm here and for this is amazing. He's like, you're gonna do great. At that point, he was like my sensei. Could you imagine? I'm asking Ryan Adams for like life and career advice. Outrageous. Talking to him, you know, I was like, bushy tailed. What do they call it? Like doe-eyed and bushy tailed? Like, oh, I'm in Florida. I just moved here from Detroit. I've never been on the air before, and I'm on the air, and I'm amazing. This is amazing. I don't live in Detroit anymore. Blah blah blah. And I'm talking to Ryan Adams, and I'm like starting not to confide in him, but like feel like trust him. You know what I mean? Like, oh wow, this guy's got my back. He's gonna kind of show me the ropes. And the next time, or one of the next times, I roll into the station. We do a show with Johnny B. I'm like on mic 3. He's on mic 2. Johnny's hosting. And I wore like a skirt, like not a super slutty skirt, but whatever, I wore a skirt. And
can I ask you a question? Because you don't wear skirts. I mean, right now you're wearing gym shorts and like a weird knit shirt thing.
Yeah.
Were you wearing a skirt to, maybe not impressed?
I think to look cute. But I used to like care a lot more. Okay. I was younger and like I wanted to look cute. And if we had like guests in, I wanted to like look nice. Like, oh, who's the new cute girl? I was also trying to kind of compete with this girl, Tiffany, who worked on the air.
Yeah.
And she had some like, big jugs. She was like the hot girl. And so I was like,
blonde?
No, like reddish, auburn, brown hair.
Oh, okay. I don't think I know her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was on, we like overlapped maybe 2 or 3 months. And she was like the hot girl. So I'm like, well, I can't be the hot girl. So maybe I can be the cute girl, So I was like,
sure.
You know what I mean? And also if someone is like cute, if someone is like hot, like if I look like this, I look way worse than if I'm the only girl.
Yeah.
So I was like, trying to just look nice. I'm also, I just arrived in Florida. I'm just now on the air. I know I'm on camera. I care a little bit more.
Right.
So, Ryan sends me a text in the middle of the show, like as we're starting the show, right? Like opening music is playing,
Yep.
And I get like little haptic. So I look at it. It's Ryan Adams, and he goes like, your legs look really nice in that skirt. Something about my legs. And here's the kicker. I look over at him and he like,
yeah.
Look at me like a man and go like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Nice. Yeah.
And then I can laugh, but I like look at him and he just goes, like,
yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
That's not too bad. I mean, it is a little unusual, but if you're in the same room, that's bizarre behavior.
And then at that point I went, okay, got it, noted. Never like confided or was buddy with him again, because I'm like, I don't want to give him the wrong impression. He's married and he's gross.
I mean, in your opinion.
It's an objective fact. Ryan, I'm just kidding, bud. Kind of. Also, worst decisions ever made on social media. The worst person. And he like never seemed to learn, which was crazy. It's like, hey, you posted this thing. It was, kind of like, rhymes with May, whatever. And then you just like, everyone dogs him and clowns him. And then you don't learn and you do it again.
Yeah. Well, the craziest thing with his social media was when he was working at the car lot and he would be like, I'm a, radio guy / car salesman at this place. Come see me for the best deal. So he was kind of like, it wasn't an official work account, but I mean, he's mentioning his workplace in his account. And then it would just be like his weird friend, like Boobs. And he would like retweet that.
He's like, please follow my best friend.
Yeah.
And she'd be like in a bondage thing with like her out.
Yeah. It was very strange.
This is your best friend? No, shut up. Who says that? My best friend. That's your best friend? You have a wife, you sicko.
Yeah, it was weird, but yeah, that always cracked me up. I said something to him about that. I'm like, you can't do that.
You didn't see him one time. You filmed him. He was like looking at his messages on Facebook Messenger.
He was scrolling his Twitter feed
or something like that. And you like were filming him
Boobs.
and you you zoomed in and you're like, you sicko.
Listen, Rye, I respect it. I'm not clowning you. But except about you can't tweet out sex pictures and then be like, come see me for a car.
And you can't send your dong to everyone you know.
Yeah. That's
inappropriate.
You have to be really sure, especially if it's someone at work, because if you're wrong, then everyone's going to be like, ew, you never believe what this guy did. And then if it becomes a pattern, like you just got to be smarter about it.
I think I remember asking a question, this one question, the most important question. I don't remember the answer to it, which is, was your face in the picture? Because if it wasn't, plausible deniability.
Yeah.
It was a joke, wasn't mine, prove it.
Yep.
Was your stupid gold chain in it? With your pasty white skin? Your gross red hair? I would like to know.
No. Yeah. So. Wow. Well, this really...
Sorry, Ryan.
Spiraled in a direction I didn't. I'm gonna have a nice coffee before you're ready to go from here on out. When you get here, just yeah. Wow, good stuff.
Yeah.
813-693-2124 is the voice and text line. I did get a text from I think his name's John. It's funny essentially the text line that I have is a Google Voice line. So you call, you can leave a message, or you can also send text messages. And it kind of works just like a normal text message. So when somebody sends a message, it's like in a thread. It just continues. And I got a very nice message from John. Pretty sure.
Which one?
Well, a listener.
Oh, okay.
John.
Like Senning, Bell.
No, yeah. Listener John. And so he said, great hearing you on Senning Show today. I'm waiting for it to load. Come on. I'm really happy you are getting things back under control. Thank you.
Is he?
I don't know. Yeah. I think this just spiraled it. I think I ruined it, John. Would love to hear you back on the bone in some capacity. Yeah, John. And I thought about responding, but then he sent me like, we had in a fight like not too long ago.
Oh, yeah.
In January. And he was like a big fan. I heard he listened to the show and everything. And I appreciate that he still listens and whatever. But, oh, man, he just like tore me a new one on text.
What was this over?
I don't really know. I'll let you read it later.
No,
it's very long. But he's just like, I'm done with you. I'm never like, screw you. Like,
yeah.
And now he's like, hey, great to hear. So I just thought that was funny. So
bipolar disorder in real time.
I didn't answer John back, but if he is listening, thank you, John, for the message. I appreciate it. So yeah, I don't know. It was good to talk to John today. Hopefully I can do some more stuff with John and Dizzy. That would be fun.
I got a proposition.
Okay. What do you got?
I'd like the Bone to bring me back for just one show.
Just
one show. And I can go, look who was right about a few things. let's go over what happened with George Floyd one more time. And I got roasted and fired for it. Turns out I was right. So
if I ever get an opportunity where I have something at night or on the weekend or who knows, I'm going to lobby hard for your return.
Could you imagine?
I'm gonna try. I think it would be great. I think it would be great as long as you give her a cup of coffee beforehand. She's gonna be really good. So, yeah, I think it would be awesome.
I just want one show to come back. I'm back. Yeah, I mean, I feel like obviously I've done. First off, there's no room and there's no will for me to, no pun intended, for me to come back, obviously. And I completely understand that. And even when I was fired from the Bone, I was like, I understand you made the right decision as a company, because in full transparency, I was warned not to say anything. And then I said something because I probably had a cup of coffee and I thought, you know, it'd be so funny. So I got fired, no problem. But you know, then you go and you work for the other guy.
Yeah.
And then you try to go back to your ex.
Yeah.
Probably not going to happen.
No.
And I completely understand.
Yeah.
But I just want to kind of fast forward now where we're kind of reversing out of the woke trance that we were in for the last few years. It would be awesome to come back and be like, was it really that bad what I wrote? Because I think no.
I mean, it was just silly.
It's benign, but
Yeah.
when I think back of that time, people were so afraid. You know what was like the most disheartening thing, and I feel like I'll never let this go from this one person who I like. Well, I respect, of course. Tim Dillon posted a black square.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, he did, because it like was seared on my brain. I'm like, what is all this like sheepish behavior that people are doing? And then I saw he wrote it. He posted it, and it was unironic.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So it
yeah.
wasn't like he made a joke like he usually does. And because I looked at the caption, and it was like stand together, something like Blackout Tuesday or whatever it was. I was like, really? But he was so freaked out because he didn't want to get canceled. He was just coming up on the up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'll never forget that, Tim Dillon. He probably like took it off, but I remember it was there for sure. So
yeah, a lot of people got caught up in that. We were the only ones at night who were like pushing back on any of that stuff.
Yeah. You mean specifically about George Floyd?
I remember having arguments, you know, when this whole thing happened about like police and stuff, and being like, you know, I'm scared of the police too. And I'm not black. I'm white. And just, you know, trying to get out of the, you know, racial aspect of it when everybody really wanted to concentrate on the racial
By everybody,
aspect.
do you mean SBK? Because he loved talking about black stuff. That was his
he did.
favorite topic.
He sure did.
And then one time I tried to talk about black stuff and it didn't go well. It went so not well that I got a call from Drew Garabo, who we were like filling in for him. Could you imagine being on a show and Senning and Seth Kushner are dead quiet for like an hour, and it's just me and SBK going back and forth? And I was the phone screener.
Oh, wow.
And I had to screen calls of people telling me, yeah, I think on is a POS. I'm like, perfect, no problem. Line one.
One moment, please. Put them through. Yeah. Yeah, that is, wow.
Yeah.
Any other things you need to get off your chest?
Well, yes.
All right, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. I'm sorry to our Radio St. Pete friends, because this was a very inside baseball for our time at 102.5 The Bone. And if you're not familiar with that, I'd wanted to talk about DOGE coming to St. Pete, but who cares? To be honest, who cares?
Exactly.
Big deal. Get over it. It's going to be good in the long run. Rip the Band-Aid off. So that's coming. So we're going to say goodbye to them. Anna's going to continue to vent, and you can get that on Substack at hmbradio.substack.com, willsyoutube.com on Sunday at midnight. This will go back up. Hopefully you're joining us at 6 p.m. on Wednesdays, because you get to hear this live and you can interact. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Gare. Gary's back. Appreciate that. Gareth. Garrett. Sorry, not Gareth. All right. So we'll say goodbye to Radio St. Pete. And Anna is going to continue to vent. What a fun show this is. Goodbye, everybody. All right. What do you got?
All right. There's a list. There are a list of people. Let's just say, I'm going to say this without saying it, but I'm going to say it.
Okay.
I've been listening to a lot of Anthony Cumia. I'll just leave it there.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say that sometimes he makes sense. Sometimes he makes sense.
Okay. Who does this pertain to?
Doesn't matter. But there is another group that I feel like the only group that's left that's up for grabs that I can openly mock and make fun of and go like this. Ugh. I love making it. Are fatties.
Yeah.
there are a lot of fatties where I work. I would say 55% of the people that work there are grotesquely obese.
Morbidly.
Maybe it's in the morbid category.
There's that morbid's actually not even that bad.
Yeah, it's like only 100 pounds overweight.
Yeah. Morbid sounds like the worst, but I think on the scale.
Super fat. There's like a super fat.
Yeah, super obese.
Yeah, super. I don't know the scale quite so well. I should, because I watch a lot of fatties online and in real life.
All right,
IRL.
Here we go. Oh wait, this one doesn't. This one, maybe this is the new.
Oh, this is BMI. BMI's BS.
Yeah.
But there are grotesquely fat people where I work, a lot of fatties. And it's because they feed us pizza and donuts multiple times a week. All the time. Sometimes there's breakfast pizza. Today there were donuts. There's bagels. We had pizza and hot dogs.
Is your company's bringing these in?
Yeah, or people decide they want to buy their team. Today there were donuts, and it's just hard to say no all the time. But there is something that keeps me on the straight and narrow, and it's this one woman that works in another aisle. She's in my field of view, and every time I think about making a bad choice, I look over at her and I go, "No, not doing it. I don't want to look like that. She's nasty."
Right.
So, there's a woman I work with who is like, she's cartoonishly ugly. She looks like Bruce Valanche. She's so gross looking, and it'll be quiet, and then you'll just hear, like,
she got a donut. Just looking.
Oh,
at
for
it.
sure.
Yeah.
But she gets out of breath like cleaning her desk. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding.
I'm not
kidding.
I believe
Whatever.
you.
She's a nice lady. I was trying to find more information about her. So, me, I'm asking questions, and I'm like, oh, and she goes, yeah, my boyfriend, and my ears perk up. I'm like, who would fuck that? And then I go in my head, I go, I know. And I go, what's your boyfriend's name?
Oh no.
And she's like, Jerome. Yeah.
Jerome? Yeah. It might be a Jewish guy.
It's not.
It's not. Okay.
There is a 0% chance.
All right.
Unless he's, a black Jew.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, that shakes out.
Wow.
So there's just so many just disgusting fatties. Gross. And then around 3 p.m. every day, you go into the women's bathroom and it just someone is up below.
Oh my God.
Dude. Yesterday, it's right before I'm supposed to leave work. I'm about to go to jujitsu. I'm excited. I'm like, woohoo, I'm done with work. I go into the bathroom, which has like at least 12 stalls, and I'm peeing. Tinkle town. Someone walks in, goes into the stall next to me, and just starts shitting.
Audibly or?
Right? Why did you have to go right next to me? You saw my shoes. You saw my feet. You come right next to me and you start shitting, and then they go, this is the most disgusting noise you can make when you get out of the bathroom, right? And a lot of people, if you know what I'm talking about, make this noise, come out of the bathroom and they go, whoo.
That was a rough one.
I'm like, shut up. I know what you did in there, you nasty bitch.
That's a power move though. When you go to the stall next and just start crapping. Just was there farts involved? Was it silent
it
like
was
a
more
hefty
just like-
log?
Like not even like
was just a
pre farts. It was just the shit.
Yeah.
It was the shit coming out.
Wow.
Like right next to me.
Damn.
I'm like, you couldn't even give it like one stall space.
Mm.
Had to be
First of
right
all,
next to me.
I mean, like crapping at work is. I mean,
bold.
I get it, but like, I don't know, man. I always try to. I'd like to be at home. I don't want to be out somewhere doing that. If it's an
not
emergency,
ideal.
if it's an emergency, I get it. I have had emergencies where I'm like, it's either here or in my pants. Those are the two options. I'll do it here.
Right.
But I mean, it's just I mean, there's other people. And you're just like expelling excrement from your butt. It's just like such a weird.
And we're feet apart from each other. Like when you
Yeah.
think about it, if there was no wall,
You're right. I mean, and there's kind of like a half wall. I mean, like
Yeah.
it's a big opening underneath. Like if it was its own room, that would be a little better. But,
sure.
And you're forcing other people to like smell your crap. It's just unnecessary in only certain. Sometimes it's necessary. Again, I get it. Sometimes emergencies happen, but you can wait. What was it? 3:00? You said
It was like 5 p.m.
okay. I mean, you can wait when you get home because that is unacceptable. Be dropping bombs next to somebody, your coworker, and be like, smell my load. Loads of soups on, baby. Get some. You have to be like, did you hit him with the, can I get a privacy flush?
I just
Or
got out of there.
Courtesy flush. A privacy flush.
Yeah, but I'm starting to keep tabs on people about who goes into the bathroom at what time and when it starts to smell, so I can, narrow down who I think it is. And I think I got it.
Oh, you just look at the shoes.
Well, I see who's coming in and out because I'm not going to be in the bathroom all day, like seeing who comes in and out.
Did they wash their hands?
I don't know. They were still in the bathroom when I left.
Oh, okay.
So, but I think it's this very old woman.
Yeah.
She's old as fuck and she has purple hair.
Yeah.
She has a cane. And I think she's one of the culprits that keeps blowing up the bathroom. Because after 3 p.m. every day, I always see her walk into the bathroom. And then I go in there 10 minutes later and it's just like a wall of shit.
Oh,
I'm like, it's definitely you.
I'm getting flashbacks now from the lady in my office because she would do the same thing. I worked in like a house, so it was like a normal setup. I worked like my office, my desk was in a living room. So it was, and then there was bedrooms and like she had her office in one of the bedrooms. And then there's like a bathroom, with a shower and everything in there. And that was kind of the ladies' room. That's where we left it. But it was like pretty close to my face, like it was just a little bit down the hall. And she would do this thing where she would drop her bombs and then she wanted to air out the bathroom. So she would just leave the door open, the bathroom door. So it's just like doo-doo wafting through. And I'm just like, I'm sitting at my desk just like this is crazy. I can't allow this to happen anymore. And then I talked to my boss about it. And I was like, I'm just going to start closing the door. Like as soon as I hear exit the bathroom and I hear her go back in her office, I'm going in and shutting the door. So I did that a bunch of times. Like I'm going to train this lady like a dog. Like, so she gets the hint because I don't want to, it's a sensitive thing. Probably I should have just been like, hey, I don't want to smell your poo. So could you leave the door closed? And maybe the embarrassment would help, but I didn't want to embarrass her at the time. So I was like, I'm just going to train her like a dog. So I would do that and go close the door. And I remember one time I heard her, she went in the office and then like a minute later, she forgot something. So she started to come back. She went, oh, I heard her go, oh, how did this get closed? And like left it back open again. And then I just went right back. As soon as she went back in, closed the door. I can't remember. I think that she eventually got the hint.
Yeah.
I think she figured it out. But it's just funny that her It was like, well, I wanted to air out the bathroom.
Yeah.
But like,
no,
you're airing out the bathroom, but you're stinking up the whole house.
Right. And if you were by yourself, fine. But other people are now accosted by this smell.
Yeah.
I had an issue. Remember when I used to work at Horn Blasters?
Yeah.
They brought in like, I don't even know whatever she was, but she was a giant fatty. Her name was Sean, and she was a woman, and she was gross.
SHAWN?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And I remember she would go into the bathroom, and because like, you know, when you're a giant fat woman, like you got to think you got a lot of ass.
Yeah.
And you're on a toilet that's not, you know.
Right.
So there's probably like a lot of aiming issues, and I don't know. Anyways, she started shitting all over the toilet seat.
Oh, no.
So I would tell my boss, Rigo, I was like, hey, you're the manager here. You know, Matt Heller was the one that owned it, but he was, you know, rarely there. But Rigo was there every day, and Rigo was my direct boss. And I was like, Rigo, I got an issue. Sean is shitting all over the toilet seat. And he's like, I'll clean it. You know, it was crazy. And it happened all the time for like 6 months.
I don't understand how you wouldn't like get up and go, oh no,
check it out.
There's brown all over the place. And then like do something about it.
And it wasn't like even, not that this is okay, you know, maybe like the back end of the toilet.
Yeah.
It was like all over the seat.
Oh man.
Poo smears.
What do you do?
How are you getting? You're like,
well, maybe when you get up, and I would imagine that's what I was gonna say. It's hard to clean back there, so she's probably doing the best she can, and probably like maneuvering around under there and kind of smearing it as she's cleaning herself up.
Gross.
That's just
Come on,
that's
man.
Tough. That's tough. I don't know what you can do about that. Well, I know what you can do about it. You clean up after yourself and not be an animal. That's what you do.
Yeah, or you can write like a note and just put it in the bathroom.
Hell no. You can't.
Why not?
Hey, sorry, I crapped everywhere. Oh, the seed just left it. Sorry. No.
As the other person be like, please clean up after you yourself.
Oh,
So
I see.
Poo smear.
Please get your brown smeared off the seat before leaving the bathroom. Sean. I wonder if she still works there.
No, she doesn't. She wasn't. We ended up moving locations. She didn't come along, but
yeah,
God, she was gross.
Yeah, that's tough. Wow.
Shame.
Wow. What now?
You want to talk about what else I ate? No. Do you want to talk a little bit about Howard Stern?
Yeah, let's do that.
And the end. Well, I want to say that, but
the Howard Stern show. Speaking of radio,
ending.
It looks like, and not even ending, but it sounds like it might be canceled. Well, what does that mean exactly? They're just not offering him another contract.
They suspect they're going to offer him something, but they don't think he's going to take it because it's going to be so much less.
Oh, yes.
That's what this insider said, is that they're going to offer him something, but they don't expect him to take it because it's such like quote unquote little money.
It's probably going to be like 10 million or something. He's gonna be
like no way.
He doesn't want to do his show anymore anyways. He's
doing it like 3 times a week.
3 days a week. Yeah, he's
just retire. And why would you end it like this? Your decades-long career. End it on your terms. Go, this is my last contract. I'm done. Versus getting like shoved aside by Alex Cooper. She is kind of nasty.
Who is that?
The Call Her Daddy chick.
Oh, yeah. She's on Sirius?
She got $125 million contract.
Oh my God. Who listens to that? I guess women do. It's a chick oriented show?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. But she's another one. She's hot. You know, she's not gross looking. She's a very beautiful woman. She's nasty. The way she talks, she said something a few weeks ago that I listened to, and it made me like, she was talking about like a body count thing, because the show used to only focus around sex. Now they got like, you know, Kamala Harris and shit on.
Oh, okay.
That was the only interview that Kamala Harris did, and all they talked about the whole time was like women's rights and women's issues, and shut the fuck. But Alex Cooper was on not too long ago talking about body count, and she was like, there have been many men who have been inside of me, and now I have a husband. So, like, what's it to you? And I was like, just the way that she said that, I'm like, I feel so bad for your husband. Like, that's just a gross thing to say. Be like, there's been many men that have been inside of me.
I agree. And like, you don't have to be ashamed of it necessarily, but shut up.
Yeah.
Like, just don't bring it up.
Or just say, like, I've had my experiences, like, but say many men inside of me, and now I have a husband. What's it to you?
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever, but like, that is so disrespectful to your husband. Now, granted, maybe he doesn't give a fuck because he's super rich now because of her. So
yeah,
but at what cost?
Yeah, that's true. So she's on, because I know that Jim Norton just went through this. He left the mornings and on whatever channel he's on there on satellite because they offered him a very kind of low amount of money.
Yeah. Well, even Howard said whenever Alex Cooper's contract came out, he was like, oh, they're replacing me with the Call Her Daddy girl. And it seems to be the case. That she's like the poster child because they're trying to bring a young audience to Sirius, which good fucking luck.
I wonder if it's working. I wonder if it's working.
How? It's free on YouTube. Oh, you get it 2 days earlier? Who gives a fuck?
It's live too, I guess. I mean, there is some benefit to that, but I don't know what a Sirius subscription costs now, but I don't think it's cheap. Right.
And here's the thing, like, I think it's still on Spotify.
And what else is there? Like, what else is on?
Just music nonstop, I guess.
And is it commercial free? I guess because you're paying.
Yeah, you're paying.
Like what personalities are there? I mean, Jim Norton, Opie and Anthony.
I have no idea.
Used to be
just
there.
Alice Cooper is the only name I know. It's going under, dude. It's over. Everything's over. According to Eric Weinstein, who I listened to for 3 hours, by the way, don't do that.
Eric Weinstein.
Oh my God. I got to send you this clip. So are you familiar with the podcast Diary of a CEO?
No.
You've definitely like seen the guy who hosts it. It's probably the second most popular podcast in the world.
Damn.
But he was interviewing Eric Weinstein and he asked, the final question was like, can you give me like some actionable piece of advice for the listener, like to live a fulfilled life? And I swear to God, he rattles off the most like esoteric bullshit, like listen to so-and-so play the cello. And he said, learn Indonesian. I was like, how fucking out of touch are you? Like, I wanted to show you like the last 3 minutes of this show because I was laughing so hard. Because it was just like the worst answer you could have given to like the ordinary person about an actionable thing someone can do to improve their life. And he was like, he listed like 20 things, none of which I've heard of. And one of them was like, learn Indonesian. And another one was like, listen to this person play the cello.
Yeah.
It's totally out of touch.
That's not good advice.
I was laughing so hard.
That's great. And you listened to that for 3 hours. He
is great on a mic because you feel like so enlightened and retarded at the same time.
You know, though, he's like, cause I fall into this trap too sometimes where I'm like, who are you?
What are you saying?
Well, who are you? Like, where did you come from?
Oh,
Brett Weinstein was a teacher at what's that weird school?
Oh,
Evergreen or something university.
Emory.
No, it was something Evergreen. It was like in Portland or something. And he made waves because there was supposed to be a no white people come to school day. And he was like, I'm not doing that. And then like he almost got ran out with like baseball bats. It was when things were pretty crazy. And then all of a sudden his brother is like on podcast. It's like, where'd you guys come from?
No.
Why are you doing podcasts?
Eric Weinstein has like been a dude for a minute.
But I come in
venture
here.
capitalist.
Yeah.
So he's like,
I know he's Peter Thiel's. He's involved in that sphere, but
he was also like, I don't know if he was head of or involved with as a professor at the Harvard mathematics department. And he met Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
I have to say, I don't know if I've ever sent you the clip of him talking about his meeting with Jeffrey Epstein.
I've seen it.
It's maybe my favorite 15-minute podcast clip of all time. I've seen it like at least 5 times. he's such a good storyteller because he's so confusing. It not in a way where you can't follow the story, but you're like, what do you mean by that? What is that? What does that mean? You know, he's like,
but that's not good too. Like if you're not conveying clearly, you're not understandable. So it's not how much of that is worth listening to.
I
if
know.
You're like, what are you talking about?
I
Just
know.
tell me.
But he's a good storyteller. So even though you're kind of confused, it's still really, really engaging. He's the way that he talks, he is not afraid of a pause, which is so effective because then he'll like sit and like think about something and just pause. And sometimes I'm like, did it like stop? Like I'm like, did I press pause? And then I'm like, oh no, it's just Eric Weinstein telling a story. But it was really interesting, hilarious, and you know what made me feel good? He said that people's biggest critique of him online, stuff that he gets a lot of hate for, he goes, people say this guy does like so much talking, but he doesn't say anything.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm so glad I'm not alone. Because, you know, when you're listening to him, you're like, am I a dumbass? What are you saying?
Yeah, but I don't know. That's what I mean. Like people are just making a career out of, it's crazy how many people have come around from seemingly out of nowhere. And then I'm like, are you a plant? Because all of a sudden you're just the guy that's on every show. Lex Friedman is another one where I'm
He's
like,
on people's, or because he has his own show.
Well, I'm like, where did you come from? Like, who are you? Where did you come from?
He's a Rogan.
And he's like got a very, very successful podcast. But then I see it like even locally, Danny Jones, he lives right down the road. And he's got 1 million subscribers now. So I guess sometimes people do just come out of nowhere and they have a good show and it works.
Or you get the Rogan blessing or the Rogan rub, which definitely happened with Lex. It definitely happened with Theo Vaughn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else is like kind of a product of Joe.
Tim Dillon, I would say, really got his jump.
Yeah, Tim Dillon was like on the up and he met Joe Rogan. And Rogan had him on like 10 times. And now Dillon is a superstar.
Yeah. So I guess it's possible that people can just come out of nowhere, and maybe I'm just frustrated because I've been doing this for a decade. I have like 800 subscribers, even that now. But yeah, I don't know. The algorithms seem to bless some people.
An industry plant. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, I got to show you that clip because it made me laugh so hard. I'm like, this guy is so out of touch.
So Howard Stern is going to be probably off the air now, which he's like, what, 70 something years old.
71
it's probably
or
time
2.
to,
yeah.
It's really, you know, people have talked about how he basically condemns everything that made him successful. You know,
kind of smart.
Yeah, I mean, you shut that door right behind you, you bust through and then shut it and make sure that you're the last one to get away with stuff like that. I mean, I haven't listened to Stern. I mean, Stern was on in Tampa for a while, I remember, and I listened then, and that was probably when I was like 18 or something. And then he went to Sirius shortly after that. So, I mean, I remember the E show. I watched the E show.
I used to
love that.
Was it on E or FX? It was E.
E, yeah, E Entertainment Television. Yeah. And that was one where, you know, as a post-pubescent boy, you could kind of get your rocks off to that show.
I also watched it, but for different reasons.
Yeah. I mean, he would have ladies come in and sit on the Sybian, and, you know, it wasn't ideal. Like, obviously, you'd want some Spice Channel, you know, pay-per-view.
Oh, okay.
With the scramble. Every once in a while, you'd see just one boob you could make out in the scramble.
I don't understand.
You don't know the scramble. You had to pay to have it unscrambled. You pay-per-view.
Oh.
But it was still, it wasn't like a blank screen. It was still on, but it was just like the
pixelated.
It was just all squiggly, squaggly. But every once in a while, you just see a boob and you'd be like, amazing. That's amazing. But if you couldn't get that, then there was always Howard Stern on at night. And you could kind of, you know, get there without seeing the full thing.
Can I ask you a question to end the show?
Yes.
So I heard this online and I thought perhaps this is true, but some girl called into another woman's podcast and she goes, I was trying to find out on a first date if the guy that I was on a date with was a Republican or a Democrat, but I didn't want to ask him outright. So she said she asked him, are you a boob guy or an ass guy.
Yeah.
And her thing was, if he says he's an ass guy, he's definitely a Democrat. And if he's a boob guy, he's definitely a Republican.
Oh.
And then the host was like 100%. She's like, if he's like, yeah, I want them big mommy milkers, definitely voted for Trump.
Interesting.
Do you think that that is a correct assessment?
I don't think so. I think opinions will vary wildly, you know, from, I don't think you could get your political affiliation
just from that one question.
Like, yeah, no, I don't think that's true. I mean, maybe though. I don't think so. Perhaps. You know what? Speaking of that, I hung out with my dad. So my dad's 60. He's born in 1958.
67.
So 67 years old. And he goes, we're at dinner. He goes, oh man, what is that thing that, oh man, you used to have a girl that would call into your show and she had one. And then you could like pay to see them nude. I was like, are you talking about OnlyFans? And he goes, that's it. OnlyFans. Is that hard to set up? And I was like,
damn, you dirty dog.
Dude, don't do it. Do not go down that rabbit hole. You do not have the money. He's like, well, it's just one girl. He found some
Who's
girl.
the girl? I have to know.
And so it's some girl. He said that it's a girl that does pottery and at the wheel, and then we'll wear just like a no bra, no shirt, but just the apron and kind of just like go up and down the clay, you know? And he likes that. That excites him. And he's like, I just want to see what's under. I got to see it now, which I totally understand the rationale. But I'm like, there are other ways. You know, first we got to find. And I happened to get a girl on my feed that was doing the same thing. And I go, whoa, long shot. Is this her? And he said, no. So this is a thing that a lot of women are doing to lure in men. And it was something that just popped up on his Facebook reels. Like, I don't think he was seeking it out necessarily.
But now he needs to see.
Now he needs to see. So I got to try to figure out a way to not have him join OnlyFans, but get
they leaked online all the time.
I know. I was like, but he said that wasn't her. So I was like shocked. So I said, well, send me.
How old do you think this woman is?
Probably 20s, I would imagine. Mid to late.
Yeah.
Maybe even early.
Oh, okay.
There are a lot, dude. There are so many
OnlyFans
on OnlyFans.
Oh, I know. I see them on Instagram all the time, and I'm like, let me just check, and they'll have like a little link tree, and you click on it first thing, exclusive content, spicy content.
It's wild.
Does no one have a dad anymore?
I saw one, and it was, she does it, her younger sister does it, and
no, don't tell me.
Mommy also does it. Mom's old. Mom's like 50's not old, but it's a little old for that. You know what I mean? Like she's got wrinkles in her belly.
From giving birth.
Well, yeah, but
growing
she's like
a child.
She's old enough to have wrinkles. I'm not, and they're dancing around in their bikinis and stuff. I'm like, this is not good.
This is sick.
This is not good. I mean, I watched it, but then I moved on with my life and I went, this is not.
Can we make a
good.
plea to the people? Can't we find a happy medium between dancing around nude with your mom and burqas? Can't we find a little balance?
I think that was 1983, I think is the balance we're looking for.
1983?
Yeah, the year 1983.
Why?
I just feel like
that
stuff wasn't around. You weren't dancing around with your mom, nude online.
Yeah, like, okay, so you don't have to wear a garbage bag every day, but also maybe let's not do porn with our mother.
Yeah.
Let's find the balance,
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not particularly religious, but I would imagine that the meteor has got to be coming soon to put an end to Babylon. Because it's getting a little rich, I'm no prude, but come on. This is getting a little too much.
Oh, last thing.
Yeah.
I will tell you, though, I have a new low-key obsession with a porn star.
Which one?
She is incredible. She's so much of a whore that she is completely likable, lovable, and you cannot shake. She is an unshakable woman. I saw her do an interview. I will name her soon. I saw her do an interview or discussion rather with Andrew Tate, and she was making him blush. It is Bonnie Blue.
Oh yeah, I've heard of
She's
her. Yeah.
incredible. She will be face to face with a woman who's calling her a whore, a slut. She's and she goes, "You better stop talking about me like that. It's turning me on." Like she just turns. She is unshakable. She's almost like dead inside. It's incredible.
Oh, she is. She is. You know, there's a rumor about her that she was born male. Online.
I can verify that is incorrect.
Could just be.
I've seen the videos, but she's so much of a whore, and in the way she talks about it, she goes like she talks about a lot of things that like men want to hear. She's like, there are a lot of men suffering. There's so many women that like aren't pleasing their man and they're working hard. And so that's why they have to come to me because you won't suck them off. That's what she says. She's like, why do you think they're coming to me? And she's just like, I love it. Or she's like, you can call me whatever you want. It doesn't hurt my feelings. She goes, I know it's true. And it turns me on when you say that. It's just like she's unshakable.
Yeah.
She is so good on camera. She just doesn't give a fuck at all.
Came out of nowhere. Industry plant.
Amazing. I'm so like weirdly impressed by her. But if you were going to be a whore, you just have to go full throttle.
You have to go full throttle.
Full throttle.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, that's a good ending place. I think I'm gonna go to the Suicide Boys concert now.
What is that? Who is that?
It's my fiance really enjoys their tunes. It's a couple dudes from New Orleans, and they're rappers. So.
Well, I'll ask you off camera, but I was wondering where it is.
Oh, it's at the amphitheater. Yeah.
What amphitheater?
The across from the casino.
Oh, really? They're that big?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, they're I'm
you're going to Tab House.
I'm kind of not really into it, but she really wants to go and I'm excited to take her.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
so
good.
I don't know if you're going to Suicide Boys, you might see me. So say hello if you do. And shout out to Mike Olivero for the tickets.
Oh, he got him?
I felt like I had guilted him enough that I could ask for something. And he did. He did. So yeah, thanks.
Shout out to Mike.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Gare. And thank you, Fire Rescue 255. Shout out to the Dyson. Yes, sir. Better believe it. Back at Epstein Island or the White House next week. I'm just pressed for time, so I didn't set up the green screen. All right. Substack, hmbradio.substack.com, 813-693-2124, thehomemade-broadcast@gmail.com. Got some stickers left. They are going, though. If you want some, they're really high quality. So if you want some, email me your address. I'll send you some for free. And go sign up for the Substack, YouTube. Give it thumbs up. If you really want, sharing it really helps. And we'll talk to you next Wednesday. Goodbye.